It was supposed to be a typical night on late-night television. Stephen Colbert, ever the witty host, invited legendary actor Denzel Washington onto his show. Audiences tuned in expecting laughs, anecdotes, and maybe a few behind-the-scenes stories. But what they got instead was an on-air confrontation that no one could have predicted. Within minutes, smiles faded and tension flooded the studio. This wasn't going to be a light-hearted interview. This was a clash of principles, live and unfiltered. Things started to spiral when Colbert, known for his edgy political humor, pressed Denzel on a controversial social topic. Denzel, calm but firm, refused to play into media narratives. "With respect, Stephen," he said, "you're asking me to speak from anger. I speak from experience and responsibility." The crowd shifted uncomfortably. Colbert smirked, trying to steer it back with humor, but the energy had already shifted. What happened next stunned even the production team. Colbert doubled down, interrupting Denzel mid-sentence and insinuating that celebrities like him should take clearer stances on politics, protests, and power. Denzel leaned forward. "I didn't come here to be a puppet," he said. "If I use my voice, it's going to be my truth, not a performance to please your audience." The crowd gasped. Silence gripped the room. Colbert, visibly flustered, tried to recover. "I'm just doing my job," he said. "And I'm doing mine," Denzel replied, locking eyes with the host. "But if your job is to provoke, then mine is to push back with substance." The exchange had shifted from entertainment to confrontation, and the producers behind the scenes were scrambling, unsure whether to cut to commercial or let it play out. After a few more minutes of tense back and forth, the show's control room made the decision. Cut the segment short. The broadcast went to an unexpected commercial break. When it returned, Denzel's chair was empty. No explanation, no apology. Just a quiet absence that said more than words ever could. The audience was left in shock, and the internet exploded. With theories, social media lit up with hashtags like Denzel walks out, Colbert clash, and Truth vs Talk. Fans were split. Some applauded Denzel for his conviction, while others questioned Colbert's approach. But regardless of sides, one thing was clear. This was no staged moment. It was raw, real, and unplanned, and that made it unforgettable. In a follow-up statement, Denzel addressed the moment with characteristic calm. "I'm not interested in sound bites. I'm interested in solutions. If that makes me difficult for television, so be it." Meanwhile, Colbert avoided discussing the incident directly, though sources from within the studio admitted tensions had been brewing even before the cameras rolled. Industry insiders say this moment might mark a turning point, not just for Colbert's show, but for how celebrities handle media traps. Denzel just redefined how to stand your ground with class, one Hollywood producer tweeted. Late-night shows thrive on viral moments, but this wasn't about going viral. It was about setting boundaries and defending them. Despite the fallout, Denzel's reputation only seemed to grow stronger. Public figures, journalists, and even other actors voiced support. "He didn't walk off because he lost the debate," one wrote. "He walked off because he wasn't going to let truth become entertainment." The message was clear. Denzel Washington came to speak, not to be spoken for. So while late night TV may return to its regular rhythm, the echo of that night lingers. Denzel Washington showed the world that sometimes the most powerful performance is standing firm in who you are. No script, no spin, just truth. And in the quiet, after the clash, that truth spoke louder than any applause.